Hello! Welcome back to my wonderful videos. This time, it's so shorts. Yeah, videos. So, I'm going to teach you how to clean one of these carburetors here. Wonderful little carburetors. They have a long on-off valve here. Choke, off. Yeah, it's off choke. And a little throttle here. Right here. So, first of all, we're going to be taking the little nut here, or screw, nut, whatever, off. And make sure there's a little, if it'll focus, if you can see it, there's a little bit of a, there's a gasket there. You want to make sure that's on there. That's a fun fact now. And then we're into the float section here, where the floats and everything works here. And just to let you know, this is a more modern day carburetor, where it's a piece of crap basically, because America stopped producing quality things. So, yeah. So, first of all, we're gonna be taking the needle, or point this little guy out here and move it out here. I should get some pliers. That might help. Pliers acquired. Alright, we're going to be taking this little guy out here. This little guy keeps the float in place to make sure the float stays in place. And fun fact, these can get lost very easily. I'll show you another piece that can get lost really easy. Put it inside the bowl. It helps you so much. Or put on cloth or something, orange rag or something. Put it in something where you won't lose it. Alright. And the nearly came off. Great. This is the float here. This is what bounces around in the gas that goes inside the carburetor from the fuel line. And it closes off a valve. It's a really stupid, simple valve. But it's what floats on top of gasoline to help regulate gasoline. And then we got the needle right here. This is your valve right here. It attaches right here to the float right there. It's literally just a piece of wire that's hung on to, as you can see. So it's just gonna go on there, and well, as you can see, it's wiggly as heck. So yeah, that's wrong with it. That's just gonna go there. Cat's on top of the roof, right? Now, Bob ducks. And then we got the actual carburetor part. So inside this little part here is a jet. That is what goes into the bowl and fills your bowl up with gasoline. The wonderful, tasty gasoline everyone knows. So, it's always normally a flathead screwdriver. That's what I'm normally common with. Grab yourself just a small, thin, flat screwdriver. And just stick it in there. I might have had this one loose at one point, unless I took the jet out. No, the jet's still in there. So, the jet might be a bit sticky. Just to let you know, do not... I'd recommend putting some lubricant. I didn't. I kind of broke it. So, yeah, that's what I call it from my junk carburetor. Jet doesn't come out. Give a little bang on the table. If it still doesn't come out, you don't have it screwed out all the way, I'm pretty sure. There we go. So, there's two parts of the jet. The actual jet part here. This is what the fuel goes through. And then this little guy here. I actually don't know what this is. I actually don't know. But these parts can also get lost very easily. And I don't know what this is. So if you can please tell me in the comments. Please tell me. I've seen covers all my life. This has never come out of any of our carburetors I've cleaned. Ah, crap, I just dropped it. Where'd it go? And I just lost it. Right. I just lost it. How fun. So it's just losing stuff, guys, and lose it quick. Ah, found it. There we go. Never lose these. They're kind of important, maybe. I don't know. And then you grab your nifty carburetor cleaner. It's really easy to put in places with a straw. If you don't lose the straw first, because we lose straws all over the shed. So yeah. So first you would squirt it in the hole here. A couple squirts there, and the fuel might come out the top because, well, that's where the jet comes in from, inside the carburetor here. And then you put it inside the valve part where the needle goes and squirt there. It will be cold because it's cold outside right now. Ow. And it might burn your skin, just to let you know. Do not get it over your arm, it will burn. So anyways, after you're done doing all that fiddly shenanigans, you put it back together. And if you forgot which way this goes, you put the thick part up. Yes, the thick part up. Maybe. I think. Hang on. Yes, you put the thick part up. The thick part goes up. Goes up always. And then you put the screw side up, because that's obvious enough. And you just put that in there. Go shove. And I'm gonna put that back together. And make sure it's snug. Make sure it's nice and snuggy. As you'll tighten. There we go. Now it's snug. Okay. So the needle needs to stay on the float here. Make the needle stand afloat. And for these floats and needles, you just tip it like this so the needle doesn't fall off. And you gently but surely put it back in the correct hole. And make sure, do not do what my dad had learned the hard way. Try not to forget the float in the needle. You will flood your engine so fast it is not even funny. It will not even start back up if you turn the fuel off. So, yeah. We learned that the hard way. Let me just get this on proper. And you have to make sure the pin here, it has to be sticking out both sides for it to be fully secure. No, it will not fall out of your wonderful carburetor while it's working. It'll just stand there. It might move a bit, but it'll stay in there. And then the bowl. That might fool or trick some people here. That little screw there, I call it the emptying screw. Because, you can empty fuel out of it without taking the terrible off. You put that screw away from that guy right there. That is where the fuel line connects. So you put it the opposite way, away from your thing here. From your intake port for fuel. I don't know what it's called. Then you put your wonderful screw. Make sure it still has the gasket on. Oh! Speaking of gaskets. I forgot something. There's a gasket right along here. I took it out because my mini bike over there needs one because this one was a piece of crap and, well, had a gasket. Brand new gasket, so, yeah. This is our parts carburetor, actually. Yeah. And it was back on there. Make sure it's the correct way. And then, stay. And then, what you're going to want to do is just put that back on. And if I can find a 10 mil, I don't know where the 10 mils are because they're 10 mils. They get lost all the time. Which, luckily, I think we have a tool chest full of 10 mils. So you could just give me 1 second. I have one for you. Found one! It is normally 10 mils on these carburetors. You just gotta tighten good here. Make sure it's the correct way, actually. And then, tighten it down good. And carburetor's ready to go. Throw them back into wherever you need. Done! Now I know how to clean a carburetor. And you don't have to put it in ultrasonic cleaner. If you don't know what that is, it's a bubbly bath for carburetors. Okay? Good. So, I hope you like this video. Like and subscribe, please, and thank you.